Hey streamers, welcome back to the Streamer's Guide. Quick question. Does this sound familiar? You saved up, researched reviews, maybe even stood in line on Black Friday for that shiny new smart TV. The day you brought it home, it felt like magic. Apps opened instantly, menus glided across the screen, and you thought, this is the future of entertainment. But here we are, just a year or two later, and the magic has, disappeared. Menus that once flew now crawl. YouTube buffers. Netflix sometimes refuses to open at all. Sound familiar? You're not alone. This isn't just a glitch or a bad batch of TVS. It's happening everywhere across budget brands and premium models alike. And that frustration, it's not in your head. It's the beginning of what a lot of people call the smart TV paradox. In today's video, we're going to unpack why this happens, what's going on under the hood, and how you can break free from that slow TV spiral. When manufacturers design a new TV, they know exactly how much it costs to squeeze in the electronics that power the smart features. Inside every set is basically a tiny computer, a processor, and a small pool of RAM. But here's the catch. Most companies only give you just enough power to run the operating system and the launch day apps smoothly. It's like buying a laptop with minimum specs. Sure, it feels fine at first, but try running today's heavy apps on a 10-year-old budget laptop and you'll be stuck with spinning wheels all afternoon. That's what's happening inside your TV. Meanwhile, the software world keeps evolving. Netflix adds sharper 4K streams and interactive features. YouTube builds in new security layers and video codecs. Even the TV's own OS, WebOS, Tizen, Android TV keeps updating, with flashier menus and background services that quietly demand more horsepower. Every update is a little heavier than the last. And unlike a PC, your TV is sealed. You can't add RAM, swap processors, or upgrade the graphics chip. The hardware is frozen the day it leaves the factory. Each new update is like dropping a bigger engine into a car without upgrading the brakes. You hit a point where the parts just can't keep up. So the slowdown isn't random, it's inevitable. Now let's talk about why this keeps happening. There's a term for it, planned obsolescence. The idea is simple. Products are designed with shorter life cycles, so you'll replace them sooner. A TV sale is a huge win for a manufacturer, way more profitable than selling accessories or a software upgrade. If every set worked flawlessly for a decade, companies would sell a fraction of what they do now. Sometimes the shortcuts are subtle, underpowered processors that bog down once the OS grows. Other times it's physical, weaker power supplies, panels with thinner coatings, solder joints that wear out faster. And wouldn't you know it, these issues often appear right after the warranty runs out. I learned this lesson myself. In 2015, I proudly bought a Sony Android TV. Gorgeous picture, great sound, I felt future-proof. Less than a year later, Android pushed a major update and suddenly the menus lagged, apps crashed, and the remote felt like it was moving through molasses. The hardware simply couldn't handle the new software. That's when the light bulb went off. The salesman who told me to buy for the picture, not the apps, hadn't been cynical. He was right. And I'm not alone. Viewers message me all the time with similar stories. Expensive TVs slowed to a crawl, replacement parts priced so high that a new TV actually costs less. The whole system is designed to keep you on the upgrade treadmill. Even if you baby your TV, dust it weekly, keep it updated, never overload it with apps, there's another clock running in the background, app support. Every smart TV runs on an OS, and just like your phone or laptop, that OS needs constant attention. Bug fixes, security patches, compatibility updates. But developers eventually move on. At some point, streaming platforms like Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, and Hulu stop supporting older OS versions. One day, you click Netflix and get the dreaded message, this app is no longer supported on your device. And it's not just about convenience. It's security. These apps handle your account, your payment details, your Wi-Fi network. As hacking methods evolve, they need stronger encryption and newer libraries which demand more processing power. An older TV simply can't keep up. Manufacturers often tout generous support windows. LG says 5 years, Samsung claims up to 7. But Here's the fine print. Those are usually just security patches, not full OS upgrades. Think of it as putting a new lock on a crumbling door. It buys you some time, but the house itself is still falling apart. So on paper, your TV might be supported, but in practice, it still feels ancient. So how do you escape the smart TV slowdown trap? The trick is to flip the script. First, buy the best display your budget allows. Treat the TV as a long-lasting monitor, not a computer. Focus on what really lasts. Panel quality, OLED for perfect blacks, mini LED for brightness, high peak brightness for HDR, accurate color reproduction 120 Hz or 144 Hz refresh rate if you game, and multiple HDMI 2.1 ports for consoles or a future sound system. Those features will look stunning for a decade or more. Next, add a dedicated streaming device. This is where the magic happens. Options like Roku Express 4K Plus, Amazon Fire Stick, Google Streamer 4K, Apple TV 4K, or the powerhouse NVIDIA Shield are built solely for streaming, and they do it better than most TV operating systems. And by the way, if you're curious about options beyond the usual suspects, we actually did a full breakdown of the top 5 underrated Fire Stick alternatives, devices that fly under the radar but pack surprising performance. I'll link that video so you can check it out after this one. And here's where I'll throw in another strong contender, the Rocktech GX1. It's more than just a box. It's a streaming box running Android TV with serious horsepower. You can expand its storage for apps. It handles high-quality audio pass-through, and because it's external, it takes all the heavy lifting off your TV. A device like the GX1 doesn't just improve performance today, it extends the life of your television by keeping the smarts outside the panel. If this breakdown's hitting home and saving you from TV headaches, a quick like goes a long way in helping more people find it. So why does this two-piece setup work so well? First, regular updates. Streaming boxes are refreshed far more often than TV firmware. Second, low replacement cost. If a stick slows down, you replace a $50 to $150 gadget, not a $1,000 screen. Third, superior performance. Processors inside streamers, like the Shield or Apple TV, easily outclass mid-range TV hardware. Fourth, picture and audio boost. NVIDIA's AI upscaling can make old 1080p videos look nearly like native 4K. Apple TV's A15 Bionic chip keeps HDR buttery smooth. Fire Stick and Chromecast both bring Dolby Vision and Atmos without stuttering. And last, gaming perks. Devices like the Shield can even double as a lightweight cloud gaming hub, something most TV OSs can't dream of. And don't worry about juggling remotes. HDMI CEC usually lets your TV remote control the basics. Most sticks vanish behind the TV, and even the larger boxes like Shield tuck neatly out of sight. In short, treat the display as a decade-long investment and treat the streamer as the replaceable engine you can upgrade every few years. That's how you future-proof your setup. If you're shopping for a TV today, here's how to avoid the trap. Prioritize panel quality, brightness, and refresh rate. These never go out of style. Make sure you have multiple HDMI, 2.1 ports, and EARC for a soundbar or surround system. Don't be dazzled by showroom demos of smart menus. Those are the very features that age fastest. Check current reliability data. A brand that was rock solid 5 years ago may have different failure rates now. Look at warranties, recent owner feedback, and forums. Follow this strategy, and you're buying a screen that lasts while letting a small, affordable box handle the brains. And if you're ready to shop smart, check the description. I've listed my top recommended TVs and streaming devices, from budget-friendly picks to premium options, so you can choose the setup that fits you best. So, have you battled the smart TV slowdown? Did you switch to a streaming stick? Or maybe try something like the Rocktech GX1 to extend your TV's life? Drop your story in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, share it with a friend who's TV shopping, and subscribe for more deep dive tech advice. And remember, buy for the picture, not the apps. Your future self and your wallet will thank you.